Hello, welcome back. Today let's look into an Excel function where you can find the number of days between a start date and an end date. Not only that, let's also see how we can make use of ChatGPT AI when we are, writing formulas or the functions in Excel. Because most of the times it happens that we will not remember the function names or the formulas, big codings, when we are doing certain tasks. So that is when the chat GPT will help us. So now, as you can see, there is a start date and end date that I've already given, and also I have a holiday list which needs to be included. So first task of ours is just to say we need to find the number of days between the start date and end date. So what is the formula that we usually use? Let's ask the chat GPT. So you can see here, this is the chat GPT. This is how the look is. So let's start the chat with the chat GPT. I'm going to say, give me an MS Excel formula to find the days between start and end date. Let's see what it says. So you can see it already, it's typing the different set of formulas. You can just go ahead. You can just take this copy code and let's go back to the Excel sheet. We'll type the same thing here. You can see because you can see it's not correct because the cell is wrong. It has given the formula, it is prescribed in A1 and B1 cell, but our data is in C4 and C6. So let's change that. It is C4 and C6. Now when you click enter, you will be able to see it is 31 days. Here it is directly giving a date difference between the start date and end date, not excluding any kind of weekends or the holiday list. So that's why you're having 31 days here. So moving on, if in case we need the days between the start date and end date excluding the weekends, how does the chat gpt help us? Let's see that. Let me go below and say, give ms excel formula between start and end date excluding weekends. When I type that, you could see it is already building the formula for us. It is nothing but the network days. That is what we need to make use of, it is saying. So let's go ahead and make use of this first code, that is network days A1, B1. So let's go and paste it here. You could see it is not right because the cell is different. Let's change the cell. It's nothing but C4 and C6. You can see the difference between the start and end date excluding the weekends is 23. So that is how the network days functions will come into use. First you need to give the start date and end date, and also just to elaborate more, after C6 you could also give the holiday list, just to make sure that you're including the holiday list. So first, before giving the holiday list, the count was 23. By including the holiday list, you could see the change in the number, that is 21. So now what if globally we know that Saturday and Sunday are the weekends, but many countries they don't consider Saturday Sunday as a holiday. Maybe in UAE they consider Sunday and Monday as a holiday. In other places they might consider only Monday as a holiday. What if that is the case? How we can get help from the chat GPT when we need to find the number of days between the start and end date excluding only when the Monday is a holiday. So let's ask the chat GPT. Let's ask, maybe we can ask the you can see here it is already given actually the network days international. This is what the formula that we need to use, and also it is saying when to use. So when I give this option where weekend options in network international formula, you could see that the for the weekend you can give all these options. If you say 1, it is going to be Saturday and Sunday by default. If it is 2, it is Sunday and Monday. What for us we need the Monday, because here we are saying days between start and end date, excluding only when Monday is a holiday. So that means we need to, just a second, we need to use 12 as the option because it is Monday only. So how do we use that? Just let's go back to this particular formula where network days dot international. Okay, let's copy this. Let's paste it here. Let's give the start date as here C4 and end date as C6, and weekend we need to give it as 12 as we saw that. And then let's give the holiday list. So when we give all these, we'll see that 25 days are the working days between the start and end date, excluding only when Monday is a holiday, and also the holiday list. So this is how we can learn many things. That is the Excel formulas using ChatGPT, even though when we don't know, the basics. So I hope this was helpful. In the next tutorial, I'll come up with more topics which would be more useful, and also we'll see how we can use ChatGPT in those cases. Thank you so much for watching. Please share among your friends and family and like and subscribe. Thank you so much.